4 exercises. They're on the minute. We're gonna do it 2 times through. We start with that walkout to open up those shoulders and sort of get that core playing with us. So every time we hit that plank, shoulders over wrists, squeeze the core, stand up and toss those hands up. From there, we're gonna take it to that roller coaster. Hands and feet are wide, hips are high. And you go underneath that fence line and then back out. That option on those knees, going underneath and then back it up. From there, we take it up to that reverse lunge. We take 1 foot straight back, sit into those hips, drive it up and alternate sides. And that 4th minute, we're gonna hold a plank. Your choice, you can be on palms and toes, knees, or elbows. As always, finding what feels good to you there. So crew, let's shake it out, get ready for 1 minute of walkouts in 3, 2, and 1. Let's walk it out. So hands go forward, hit that plank, shoulders over wrists, walk it back, hands in the air, and we just repeat. Now, if you want to challenge yourself, really hold that plank for that 1,000, squeezing glutes and hips, then toss it up. Otherwise, always keep those shoulders and wrists stacked. We got about 20 seconds until that roller coaster. For this roller coaster, remember, feet are wide, hands are wide, hips straight in the air for that start position. Let's get it ready in 3, 2, 1. Wide feet, wide hands, going underneath that fence line. Sneak it back as always from the knees. Same position. Sneak under the fence and then drive it back. Looking good, crew. Lots of mobility, shoulders and hips. We got 30 down, 30 to go. As always, switch it up if you need to. We got 15 seconds. We're gonna go into those lunges. Shoulders should be awake by now. Let's stand it up. Get into those reverse lunges in 3, 2, and 1. Step it back, sit in those hips, drive it up, and repeat. Again, today's kind of that soft reset with that body weight. So really feeling how low into those hips we can get it. Looking good, crew. We got 30 until we hit that plank. So if you need to loosen up those wrists, now is the time to loosen them up. Otherwise, if you know you're gonna be on your elbows, get that ready. I'm seeing a little balance movement. So remember on those lunges, try and keep that core tight. Whew. And let's get ready to hold that plank. 1 full minute on the clock. Your choice, your position in 3, 2, and 1. Hit that plank position. Again, we can be on palms, shoulders over those palms. You can be on elbows, shoulders over those elbows, knees or toes. Squeeze the butt, belly button in that spine. And just breathe. Now, if you're looking for a challenge, as you're squeezing everything, you always take a leg off the ground. If you're looking to make it more doable, you can separate your feet super wide, and that increases that base of support. We got about 20 seconds, and then we go into walkouts for that round 2. Keeping that core tight, 10 seconds, easy top, not back. Crew, we take it to walkouts in 3, 2, 1. We'll walk it back out. Whew. Nice seamless transition. Looking good, crew. Again, if you need a quick break in this one to shake the wrists out, you can always take it. Otherwise, the best effort, moving that body in 30. We'll go back to roller coasters. Just think, this is like the longest block. Let's get ready. We got about 10 seconds of that roller coaster. Again, with the goal of sneaking under a fence and then getting back. Let's take to those roller coasters in 3, 2, and 1. Hands wide, feet wide, hips high, underneath. Back it out. And as always, you can use your knees if needed. Pro, this is the last minute of these roller coasters. So we're gonna have some fun with it and try and get close to the ground as possible. Coming up to the last 15, and then we'll switch to the lunges. Crew, let's get it ready. We've got those lunges in 3, 2, and 1. Let's lunge it. Whew. Giving your wrists a whole minute to shake loose as we need it. And for these lunges, let's challenge how low in those hips we can get. Maybe that knee almost touches that ground. So we got just 30 seconds. And then we hold on to that plank. The last plank of the day. I know, so quickly. So go ahead and decide where do you want it. Palms, elbows, knees, or toes. 15 seconds. I see A giving me a look. She's like, you sure we're gonna do this again? It's okay, we got it. I'm watching you, Em. Okay, crew, let's hit that plank in 3, 2, 1. Hit that plank. Again, it can be shoulders over wrists, shoulders over elbows, the knees or toes. If you're on those elbows, a fun challenge is thinking about driving the elbows back towards your belly button, and that causes you to use a little bit more core, and you should get like the insta shakes. We got 30 seconds down, 30 to go. Make sure you breathe. Looking solid, crew. 15 seconds. If I somehow magically appeared there, I couldn't knock you over because your core is tight, your glutes are tight. And we get that nice little break in 3, 2, 1. Take that rest, shake it out, catch that breath. So block 2, every exercise 30 seconds long. We're gonna do it 3 times through. We start with squats, feet just shoulder width apart. Sit down in those hips as low as you can, drive it up. And you're not leaving the ground when you drive it up, but I want that quick power. That takes us to curtsey lunge. So one leg goes back behind the other, sitting down in those hips, drive up, switch sides. As always, if the curtsey is too much, just give me reverse lunges. That takes us to right single leg deadlifts. So hinging at the hip from head to heel is a straight line. We'll do 30 on the right, 30 on the left. And last 30 is gonna be jump lunges. So again, you're starting in that lunge position and jump it out. Again, that option, you might just take it into that reverse lunge if we need to ditch the jump. So crew, let's shake it out. We got about 10 seconds. And then we start with those squats for 30. In 3, 2, 1. Let's squat it. Feet shoulder width apart, get low, drive up. Awesome work, crew. Think 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000 down, 1 up. Yes, crew, get those hips lower. 10 seconds, curtsey lunge. We curtsey in 3, 2, 1. Let's curtsey it. I love it. We can add the arms in if we want. Otherwise, we're missing with those hips how far back we can take that leg. We got 10 seconds until that right-sided single leg deadlift. When we get there, we keep that right foot planted. In 3, 2, 1, right foot's planted. Hinge at those hips. Straight line head to heel, then drive it back. Just like that squat, you slow on the way out, quick on that return, squeezing that glute. Now, if it helps us think from head to heel, we're a paintbrush moving smoothly. We're gonna switch sides in 3, 2, 1, switching sides. And crew, I really want you feeling it on the back of the leg that's staying on the ground. Looking good. In 15, we take it to jump lunges. Crew, let's get ready. We got jump lunges in 3, 2, 1. Sink in that lunge, switching those legs. Again, you can always take it to that reverse lunge if the jump is a little much. Just like earlier, play with how low you can get those hips. And then slow it up. In 10 seconds, we start round 2 with those squats. In 3, 2, 1, let's squat it. Nice and low, drive high. So we're 1 round down. We're on 2 of 3, 1 to go. Love it. Let's get those hips a little lower if we can. We get curtsey lunges in 3, 2, 1. Curtsey lunge. Send back in those hips. Looking good, crew. In 15, we get that single leg deadlift. Yes, crew, single leg deadlift in 3, 2, 1. Right foot stays planted, hinge it back. The only thing I want you to watch on this round is that hip on the way back. If you feel like it rotates out, nay, nay. I want to keep the toe and the hip pointed down to the ground that whole time. Looking good, crew. We get to switch sides here in 3, 2, 1. Switching sides. Yes, crew. Find that control down. Quickly return to neutral. Here in just 10. We go back to those jump lunges. Let's get it ready in 3, 2, 1. Jump lunge time. Quick 30 seconds here. And then we get to start round 3 of 3. Whew. With any lunge, remember, we don't want to feel that kneecap. Sit those hips on back and get low. Love it, crew. Get ready for that final round. We got squats in 3, 2, 1. Squat it. And if you gotta dance to this song, I don't blame you. There we go. We got, I love it, Macarena. We got just a couple of seconds. And then we're gonna be taking on up to those curtsey lunges. Curtsey lunge in 2, 1, curtsey lunge. One day I'll dress up and do a drag performance of this song for you guys, but not today. Too much work. Sit in those hips, looking good. Crew, get ready for that right leg, single leg deadlift. In 3, 2, 1, right side, single leg dead. Keeping that core engaged. Again, we should not feel anything in that low back. You're really controlling that way out. We got some Shania Twain. I'm okay with this. Get ready to switch sides in 2, 1, switching sides. Looking good. We got 15 to that jump lunge. Crew, we got just 3, 2, 1. Jump lunge, 30 seconds. Then we get a break. So I want you to try and challenge yourself. Get a little bit more springy if we can. Yes, there we go. 15 seconds, we got this. Keeping that step, keeping that jump. The last couple seconds. Crew, we get 3, 2, 1. Take that break, shake it loose. I know your quads aren't done yet, so this next block, 2 exercises, 30 seconds per exercise, 4 times through. We start, shoulders over wrists, mountain climber, try and get that knee up to that chest. If we want to stay standing on this one, give me super high knees. We flip it over for sit-ups. Is the second exercise. We drive up, squeeze that shoulder blade, activate that core. Super slow control down to build that muscle. And repeat, option there, turn it more into that crunch. Crew, let's go ahead, find that spot on the ground. It's just mountain climbers and sit-ups. 4 rounds. We take it up with those mountain climbers. 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Let's get climbing. We aim for that knee into that chest. Shoulders are always staying over those wrists. In that option, give me high knees if those wrists are a little sore. Solid, crew. We're going to be switching it to those sit-ups in 3, 2, 1. Lift on over. Sit-up time. We drive up, squeeze, control down. It's like when you're climbing down a rope, you go super slow. Ten seconds and we start round 2. We go to mountain climbers in 3, 2, 1. Flip it over, mountain climbers. Knee into that chest. This whole round, we're squeezing that belly button in that spine. By the end, that core should be on fire. Let's get ready to switch it here in about 5 seconds. We go to sit-ups in 3, 2, 1. Sit it up. Drive, control. Looking good, crew. 15, we start round 3 or 4. Again, by now that core should be warming up. Let me know it's there. If not, I want you to find that belly button in that spine. Let's get ready for that mountain climber in 3, 2, 1. Let's climb. Shoulders over wrist. Core sight. If you feel like you're looking at your toes, nene, eyes are forward so you can keep those shoulder blades down back. Yes, that's a nice back. Looking solid, crew. We switch it into that sit-up in 3, 2, 1. Let's get those sit-ups. Drive and control. Good news, crew. We only have one more round of this combo. Then a nice little break. Looking solid. Let's get ready for that final round. We got mountain climbers in 3, 2, 1. Mountain climbers. The last 30 of these. Looking solid. We got 15 down, 15 to go, and then just those sit-ups. Let's hang into it. Can we get those sit-ups in 3, 2, 1. Let's hit it. Drive up, control down. Maybe got a little sweat going for this combo. Hopefully you guys do too. We got 15 down, 15 to go. Crew, we're coming up on that break in just 3, 2, 1. Catching that breath, shaking it out. Series block number 4 or 5, 45 seconds per exercise, 3 times through. We start with push-ups. So these can be knees or toes, and we're just gonna aim to get down as low as we can. Exhale to drive it up. Remember, the goal of today is that range of motion, so we wanna try and play with how low we can go. From there, we take it onto our knees. For that kneel, hips on those heels. Squeeze those hips forward to that stand where we drive that knee up, all the way back down, hips to heels, drive up, and give you that high knee. We take it back down onto our wrist for that plank low row. No weights on this one because we want to practice driving that hand by the hip, control on down as we go. Again, we can always be on those knees. Squeezing that core, not letting those hips move around. And then we got drop squats where we, from that stand, drop into a squat and pop back up. As always, we can step it. So let's go ahead and shake it loose. Find that spot. We start with push-ups, 45 seconds. Shake loose those shoulders. That timer starts in 3, 2, 1. Let's push up. Again, knees or toes. Getting as low as we can. Exhale to take it all the way up. As always, make sure we're not tucking that chin. Eyes are forward. Yes, for use that exhale to get back up. We got about 15 to that kneel to stand. Crew, let's get this ready. We've got kneel to stand in 3, 2, 1. Kneel to stand, heels on hips. Drive those hips up. And then we stand up to that one knee. Taking it down and switching sides. That goal again. We're playing with a lot of hip mobility here. Try and get those heels on hips and drive. In 15, we're going to take it into that plank with that body weight low row. I see I'm challenging some balance. I like it. Okay, crew, let's get ready for that plank position. Low row in 2, 1. Drive the hand by that hip. Control down. Again, we can be on knees or toes. We can separate the feet as wide as we need to for that base support. That goal is to feel like your hips do not move. Looking solid, crew. We get nice, slow, control that hand back to the ground. And 15, we get those drop squats. Crew, let's get it ready. We've got drop squats in 3, 2, 1. From that stand, drop it into squat like it's hot, and back up. Whew. Love it, crew. Move with those hips. So it was round 1 of 3. We got 2 more to go. Love it with those squats. Keep that chest up so you can breathe. There we go. "15 seconds, then we go back to those push-ups. Crew, we got push-ups in just 3, 2, and 1. Back to those push-ups, 45 seconds. Again, knees or toes, find what works for you. So use your exhale, take it back to the top. Love it, crew. I'm not seeing any chins tucked. That's perfect. We got just 15. Next up, again, we warm up those hips some more with kneel to stand in 3, 2, 1. Kneel to stand, hips back on heels, squeeze up. Then stand it, reverse it on down. All the way down, up, trying to swap legs. Again, if this challenges your balance, that's bonus points. Whew. Otherwise, we want to feel a lot of hip action going on. Looking good, we got 15 seconds. And then we take it into that plank, low row. Let's get ready. Plank, low row in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. In that plank, hand, hip, super slow control down. Still squeezing that shoulder blade with that arm going up. Find that control. In 15, we get those drop squats. Looking good, crew. Let's get ready to hop up. In 3, 2, 1. Drop squats. Here we go. And this is perfect for this Ricky Martin song, right in La Vida Loca. Here's good news, crew. 30 seconds, and then we get our last lap of these exercises. Still trying to get those hips. Just 15, crew. Whew. Let's get it ready. Final round of push-ups. 45 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Push-ups. Here we go. Last time we're here. Still trying to challenge that depth. Always going back to that 45. Use that exhale to drive up. You can always try and do push-ups to that beat. That might be a little crazy. So tell you what, 15 seconds till we get to those hips. Crew, we got kneel to stand in 3, 2, 1. Kneel to stand. We know what we're doing here. Always getting those heels to the hips, or as close as we can before we squeeze it up. and stand it up. Squeeze and stand. Whew. Yes, crew, looking solid. 15, we take that plank low row. And if you're like me, you just did the same knee 3 times, try to even it out. Crew, get ready for that plank low row in 3, 2, 1. Plank low row, hand by that hip, controlling the way down. Still focusing on squeezing, belly button into that spine. Keep those shoulders down back. Yes, crew, keeping that control. You got just 15. Twiddle it loose with some squat, drop squats. Crew, let's get ready. We hop into it with drop squats in 3, 2, 1. Drop it like it's hot and power it back up. Whew. Looking good. Get back in those hips. He is just as proud. We've only got 20 seconds left. Looking solid, crew. Just 15. I'm creeping on y'all now. Yes, you guys are looking solid. Crew, we get that break in 3, 2, 1. Catching that breath. So this next round is gonna be nice and quick. On the minute, 2 exercises, 2 times through. We start with pop jacks, plank position, separate hop it forward in that squat position, back to that plank, separate hop. Now we need a jumping jack. 1 minute of each, 2 times through. We got this, crew. I'm gonna give you another about 10 seconds to shake loose what you need, especially those wrists. And then we're gonna end on that high note. 1 minute pop jacks into 1 minute jumping jacks, 2 times through. We pick it up in 3, 2, 1. Let's pop it. Hit that plank, squat it out. Back to plank, back to squat. If you need that breather, or rest in your squat. Love it, crew. Every plank, shoulders are over the wrists. You can feel that core on fire. Every squat, it's your quads and your glutes. Feeling solid. We're coming up to about 20 seconds here, crew. Keeping it moving. Here at about 10, we got jumping jacks. Or again, you can always make it a step jack. In 3, 2, 1, jumping jack. Or again, if we need to, take that step jack. We got that whole minute. If you want to go crazy, you can always give me a seal jack, hop it in front of the chest. Like in Team M has a whole bunch of people playing along. Yes, crew. Whew. We got this, 30 seconds down, 30 to go, and then we get to our last 2 minutes. Staying with it. Remember, own your workout, adjust the intensity as needed. 15. Whew. Crew, let's get ready for that pop jack. Final minute, we take it up, and 3, 2, 1. Final minute of those pop jacks. Again, in plank position, separate hop it for that squat, and repeat. Again, find your pace, find your flow. Always feel that plank when you hit a plank, that squat when you hit a squat. We are looking for core, butts, and quads. Yes, crew. 30 down, 30 to go. Keep it alive. Whew. Looking good, looking good. Just about 15. If you need that break, hold it in that squat. Crew, let's get ready. We got jumping jack. Your choice how you want it to look. In 3, 2, 1, final minute. Here we go. Whew. Yes, crew. Clap that hand overhead. It's like give yourself a personal high five. This is where we can tell ourselves we're killing it. Only about 35 seconds to go. Even if it's just that step jack, let's keep it here. Let's own it, crew. Whew. We got this right here. Last 20. TAM plus friends, we got this. I'm watching some friends dying out on me. Nay, 15. Let's get it. There we go. Whew. We get that break in 3, 2, 1. Let's chill down. With that heart rate up, we're gonna stay standing. So in